Tonight in the East End of London, it's the cash game everyone wants to buy into. The security's tight, the money is massive, and the players are big-time boys. You've got 24 hours to win yourself a mint or send yourself skint. This is the big game.
Word on the street is something big's going down in London town tonight. A serious card game's here in the East End. It's not very Vegas, but it's very real. The game's on for 24 hours straight and the clock is ticking when the first cards are in the air. It's for the big boys only. No muppets allowed. This is the real deal. These geezers are the nuts. They ain't afraid to put their moolah where their mouth is. We ain't playing for tiddlywinks. There's gonna be plenty of dough flying about. First in the door, Phil Curtis. Last time he played in the poker, then he got a right ear bashing from Tony G. He's back and ready to wipe the smile off the other players' dials. This geezer loves to gamble on just about anything. The only player to win EPT and WPT titles. Roland, the Edge, the Wolfe. Over from the States, Kasey Thompson is founder of Poker Mag All In. But does that make you a player, or will the others be going fishing? They call him Roy the Boy. Looks like butter wouldn't melt, but this guy's more vicious than Jaws. He's in for 10 large. From across the pond, this bloke's made a tidy pile playing poker on the internet. I'm talking millions. Plenty of cash to chuck in. It's Brian Townsend. Here's a boat you should recognise. Dave Develfish Ulliott, a legend in poker. He's proper old school. He ain't gonna hold his tongue if something don't go his way, and he don't mince his words. Jamie Golder's the kind of bankroll the rest of us can only dream of. $12 million he got for winning the World Series of Poker last year. What a nice little learner. This German's just made the end of the record books. He's the first player to win a World Series of Poker Europe bracelet. Banging form, it's Buzzer Bihl. Wads of notes have been changed up for chips. The green ones are worth $25. The blues are $50. And the black chips, well, they're worth $100. Yellows are $1,000. You can rebuy as many times your bankroll can take, or walk out the door when you can't take no more.
My nerves are crawling out my fingertips, and I'm only watching. The sense of anticipation for this big game, larger than life. And Ian Frazer, I don't care who you talk about, world championships, money won. When you come to a spieler in East London, Develfish Ulliott has to be the favourite in the cash
Well,
game.
yeah, you'd want to put your money on him for sure, wouldn't you, to start with?
I mean, this is his home. But speaking of world champions, 2007 defending champion of the world, Jamie Gold, is at this table as well. And what do you know about this guy?
I've actually played with him a few times, Jesse, and I played with him all day about a week ago in the WSOP, and he's a great player. I mean, you know, you can't win the World Series not being a great player.
Well, this is where you prove your marbles. And one guy who's proven it, 26 years old. I don't know if he's won 7 figures or 8, Ian, but he's not playing from behind here, Brian Townsend.
No, I've heard he's about 10 mil up, so I've never played with this chap, but I'm looking forward to watching him.
An internet whiz, and now in the spieler here for the big game. Plenty of others at this table, shot takers, big game players, and the blinds are 25 and 50, but there's so much money on this table. They could kick this game up at any time over 24 hours.
Yeah, it's the start of a very long day, I fancy.
On the glass.
I think that's Kasey Thompson. Some people say the game is built around him, but I don't believe it. He could knock it down, and Roy's got queens first hand.
He may think this is his lucky day, first hand.
Call.
Well, he's raised it up to, I believe, 150. Quick call from Brian Townsend behind him.
Don't know why I bothered.
And
well, you said you come to party.
Call.
Jamie Gold's in.
Call.
Everybody's come to party. Except me.
This could be quite exciting flop, Jesse. We get a few
Yeah.
right cards. Roland's in with 5-7.
Well, you're not going to get a Roland out for 150 with suited connectors, are you?
Definitely not.
Excuse me.
No, that's fine.
Check.
Well, this is
check.
a nice flop for Roy,
Check.
but a little bit on the scary
Check.
side, but still nice.
3 queens, and it's been
400.
checked around to Jamie Gold, who's got top pair, no kicker.
Pass.
He's bet 400. How should Roy be playing this?
You can play it both ways, Jesse. It's cash game, first game up. He
Pass.
can flat call, put a raise in, see where he is, but
It's a scary sort of board, isn't it, for a
Raise to
drawer?
3,000.
Well,
Pass.
that's your answer.
Pass.
That's a big old raise.
Shut up, one
could be staying here a
This
bit
is
longer
fun.
now.
Shut up.
Roy said he didn't want to get any mess going
demand
around, and
respect.
400 to 3,000 takes the money for the first pot.
Poker to me is not fun. It's what I do for a living. This is work time. If you start thinking poker's a bit of fun and a bit of crack, go back to playing in your pubs and on your kitchen tables on a Friday night with the lads around the house. No, it's not fun at all. You got to take this very seriously. Come win or lose, it's business.
It is with 5%.
You have to play pot for now.
You got your hourly work.
Can I go now?
Yeah, if you flop a set was the case queen, because I had the other one.
Jeez, did you hear that buzzer? Bihl
And you was in that pot.
has
That helps a bit.
called
that
Roy's
box.
hand exactly.
Pass.
And it helps that
Pass.
I hit the king, and the whole thing
Raise
worked
to
out.
two.
well.
200.
Pretty quick, Jamie, if you had a king, I've got to say.
Yeah, what hand can I beat?
Yeah.
Pass.
Well, you got top pair on that card.
Pass.
What can you
I
beat?
had king 8 of hearts. What hand can I beat? When you bet 3,000, what am I going to do? Come over
It's
here?
obvious, man.
What am I going to get you off the hand?
I had an ace of spades and an overcard.
Tennis
and-
bet.
It's not going to be a quiet game.
Didn't stick it in.
not with these guys.
Pass.
And there's 3 nice hands out already here, Jesse,
I'm
in
loose,
the next
but,
pot.
You're tired?
very,
Well, there you go. Get it over with quick.
8s are still good. Is the fish going to bet him?
Yeah, if Inky's in front here, definitely. Roland probably a bit choked. He had ace 10.
bad cards, 3 of us.
I know, I do a lot of these things. They do. Teething problems at the start, and then away you go.
This man, Kasey Thompson,
Kasey, you can see the bottom card in the reflection.
300.
You've got to put them square, buddy.
is
I want to see one of your cards now.
Call.
I want to impress with it.
Call.
well. Thompson's got absolutely nothing. In fact, he's virtually drawn dead. 300 bet called in 2 spots, and that's
Well, this will keep Jamie involved. 4 clubs now.
made
Check.
the Develfish a set.
Yeah.
Wonder if he might get a little raise here from Jamie Gold.
If it was tournament play, definitely, Jesse. I don't know how he'd play it
Have some
cash-wise.
fun, eh? Didn't like the sound of that. Let's just see what you meant by
500.
let's have some fun. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
That's
just
Cool.
back fun, yeah.
He's popped for 10.
That's the kind of thing where you want to see the last card, so he doesn't want to get a little too
Pass.
deep in.
Nice. Yeah.
Thompson took a stab at it, and now it's passed up shop. And Gold needs a club that doesn't pair the board. Ace could be a killer for him.
Try and put another 10 out there.
Oh my God.
Well, he's got out of that.
Oh, okay.
2,000. Pass.
Wait, 1,000.
Nice one. 25, that's all.
Well, the early action has seen 2 flop sets, and Jamie Gold
Thank you,
is
sir.
taking an early bath.
About 10.
But I just figure with the size of the stacks on this table, Ian, this is all just sort of an appetizer here. There are many ways to make an entrance, and these stars know just how to do it, helicoptering and limoing into the big game. Before we've even dealt a card, the money's changing hand in the green room at the pool table. But there's 24 hours of cards to play, so these guys better not lose their trousers yet. This 24-hour game has just begun. Whose pockets are deepest?
Call.
Who can stand the pressure? And who can last the
Pass.
distance?
Raise to 300 total. Okay, out of turn, hold your action, guys. Seat 2, the bet will stand, my love.
This is the first hand Phil's played, and it's the biggest hand we've seen.
Pass. Call.
Roland's
I'm
nearly on
guessing
the
that's
table.
going to be his MO in this game.
Yeah.
Pass.
Of course, with the action we've seen so far, you know, a nice, tight, aggressive guy at the table could do some damage.
I would say that would.
Re-raise.
Wow, these limpers are all raising.
Jimmy Gold's announced re-raise here. And
1,000 more.
How'd you like those apples? How'd you like them?
I think you like them apples very nicely.
is this
Either or,
automatic
like, you can
re-raise
weigh
or
apples to me.
would a
Mine's
gutsy
cool.
guy try and peel off a flop here?
Everyone plays it differently. I mean, I would just flat call. If you don't see an ace, you know you've got the other guy mullered. You
Where's
know,
my cup of tea, please?
he's going to bet again, ain't he? The other fella.
Well, he's left Kasey Thompson as well. This pot's three ways here. Curtis with the two kings, and he's going to try and hang Jamie Gold, isn't he? Well, Jamie Gold might feel like that's a huge flop for him. Top pair on board and the straight draw. But if he bets here, Curtis will be going all in.
Well, he's definitely going to bet. I mean, he couldn't have asked for a better flop, really.
This is like 1,000.
The ones that say
Well,
50
the answer
on
is,
the 50,
This is
the ones
why
that say
it's a
0.
bonus for him just to flat call with his kings, because if he re-raised, I mean, he gets rid of Thompson and Jamie,
Announce how
don't
much
he?
you want to bet,
And then he
then
just picked
put
up
it
the
in.
original
I'm just
bets.
trying to figure out how much I have left.
Well,
I'm
Jamie
very
Gold
tired.
started with 10,000. The black chips are worth 100. The yellows are 1,000. The greens are 25, and the blues are about 50.
What's in the pot at the minute? About 4,000.
Yeah, just exactly 4,000.
4,000.
And he's bet the pot, see? Now all of a sudden he's got a nice pot there for the taking. Yeah.
All in.
Wait.
And Gold's going to have to call. We're going to see two more cards. This is the first big pot we've had tonight.
I'm gonna fold.
Pass.
And
Okay, gentlemen.
Devilfish just called it. He said, "What, you got two kings?"
Oh, did the fish?
you got to love the way Phil Curtis has played this to get the money in, but he's got to survive two cards here.
You I said two kings out here. It's scary, isn't it?
And Phil Curtis, who got hammered in the last Poker Den big game, now looking to be the early big stack.
I got 9
He's looking for a 3, 5, or a 6.
Respect, Jamie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I just got 9 outs.
That's exactly right. Little heart pumping here.
Can I get some more money, please?
And the Cowboys hold rebuy, says Jamie
I've never seen
Gold.
this guy catching the cats.
Well, he won 12 million when he won the World Series of Poker. I think that's
bad, is it?
10,000.
I know he's slot played king.
That's why you have to be a bit ballsy when especially when you're up against these type of players, because if they don't hit, you're going to get paid off, and you get paid off handsomely, as he's just shown.
A bath of a big dime for Jamie Gold so far, $10,000. Does he look bothered?
Shouldn't think so. They don't even make a dent in his stack.
Jamie Gold's won the big one and got the only bling worth having in poker, a World Series of Poker gold bracelet.
Well, yeah, now that I've won the World Series of Poker, I have a much larger bank account for poker than I used to, so I don't mind losing. You know, I can afford to lose a little bit of money without worrying about it because it's my poker account, so it's pretty fat right now.
That's the girls usually say.
Well, Jamie Gold has rebought for 20,000, and you know, Ian,
Kasey there, he's married to
one of the great things
Miss
about
America, is it?
a
Is that
long
right?
cash game is to see
Kasey
who's going to
Billy?
go on tilt first.
Oh no, she's beautiful.
We'll
I've
be
seen
seeing
her.
some of it tonight.
Miss USA.
Miss USA.
You don't want to get up
Okay,
and walk out
again,
after
hold
half
the
an
action,
hour.
guys.
He's thinking about.
So he has to reload for 20 if he wants to get his bucks back.
You know what? I have to calculate the action behind me.
Call.
Roland just calling here.
Raise. To 350.
And I think the raise has
baby
come
doll.
from Roy. 2 8s.
350. Can't stand the back of it.
You know,
so.
I think it was actually Brian Townsend on the button who raised.
Call.
wasn't it? Devilfish has got jacks. He's calling a couple big hands out here.
Yeah, it was Townsend that raised.
Factor of position, not the cards.
Well, we see him do it just now with 9-10, didn't we?
Call.
Shouldn't have called it
Sorry?
in the first place.
King 7 in
Okay. Casey, can you just move
me,
your cards on the box?
And there's some nice cards out here. Jamie Gold is in this pot as well. 350 a man.
Not a bad I know, I guess. Check. Go ahead.
Check.
Kasey Thompson's flopped 2 pairs.
It's a mad game, ain't it?
Yeah.
500. Pass.
And it's not a huge bet.
Who bet the 500 off it? Was it Roy?
Yeah, no, Kasey Thompson led at it with the 2 pair.
Race.
Raise.
And this is what's
Do that.
To 24,050.
24,000.
2,000. 450, sorry.
well, this must feel like mother's milk right now to Kasey Thompson. He led at it. And Townsend
Pass.
doesn't know what bad shape he's in, but I imagine he's
Pass.
going to find
I
out.
would have called him. It was 500. Who's going to raise a little? Wow,
Pay
that's a
50
save some
change.
money. Yeah.
Forgive it.
At this stage, if Townsend hands improves, he's going to really be in bad shape.
Yeah, terrible shape. He needs a spade, I think. Well, ain't really a lot of good. Gives him another
Check.
out.
Did you buy in for 10 or 20?
These are the 2 deep stacks at the table. Both these players bought in for 20,000. And if Townsend fires here, he is going to go behind. He's basically drawn to a 3 at this stage.
Yeah.
Can he find a check here? Doesn't look like it.
5,300.
Yellow's worth 1,000 each. You know, that 6 would have made Jamie
Call.
golden. Not straight. Now, why is...
I don't really like the call here myself.
Well, there's a lot of cards that he's going to have trouble calling on the river, isn't
Yeah,
there?
that's
I
right.
mean, there's a diamond draw out there.
Myself, I'd have been looking, well,
That's the bingo card.
unbelievable. That's why he's just called. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I'd have been looking to protect
Check.
my hand then.
All in.
Yeah, he's going to get it.
All in.
Better run into a bigger hand.
What a nice check call.
You know, it was nearly mind-boggling. I mean, how can you call those 2 pairs on the turn?
Yes.
Well, there's just no way. is there?
Absolutely unbelievable. You know, you'd have been definitely looking to protect your hand, Jesse, and I'd have been raising about another 8 or 10,000. But he's done the right thing.
Was he respecting the straight or something, thinking that if he raises, he can only get called if he's beat? I have no
But
idea.
no, there's no sense in that at all. He either had to, if he thought that, pass or stick his chips in.
Well, SB Rugby's done the lot at the hand of Kasey Thompson, and this is the guy that they said they were building the game around. But he's just been given 20,000. How do you think he's going to play with 40 grand in front of him?
10,050.
I had 2 jacks here. I guess if I could have got Kasey to raise king 4 now.
What do you make of the way?
Before the flop.
Well, I mean, that's unbelievable. You had a pair of 8s that had.
All right, Kasey.
That's
A
9,000.
deuce 4 that raises. Devilfish had a pair of jacks. And he's come along for the ride with king 4 and hit it.
And Jamie Gold, if he had been allowed to take off a cheap turn, would have gotten all the money in with the nut straight and done his money on the river.
Wait, I won that pot?
Marty's gone. Oh, there we go.
Are you kidding?
I'm looking over there.
King
Let's see
4?
the empty
What do you think you had?
I thought I had king 7.
What were you going to lose to? You think you had king 7?
I thought I had king 7. Swear to God.
I can't
Are you
believe
kidding?
it.
I swear to God, did you see me go? You
Yeah,
kidding me?
because you looked like, yeah.
I'm sorry, when you
little
when you told, you
deflated.
thought you had king 7.
I swear to God, I thought I had king 7, but I was trying to
look, this is a new era of
So you
bad
called the river.
You don't believe that?
King 7.
Well, I do, because he's called the bet on the turn. So I
He
don't
announced
believe
full house on the river.
It was good anyway. You got it. It was good anyway.
It was called. That's because I mentioned king
I
4.
wouldn't mind
swear
betting
to
it.
God on my life, I
Yeah, there you go.
literally
He's
thought I lost
saying. He swears to God. If he said he had king 7, he had the chance of it. He was open-ended for the straight draw as well, wasn't he?
it. It's a shame you said that.
It worked out well.
Absolutely thought that I had lost that hand.
Okay, 25,000.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
This guy loves a gamble and his pockets are deep enough to take it. He's been known to hang out with celebs in LA.
Toby Maguire has a really big game that goes on in Los Angeles, and he's a very, very good poker player. And a lot of people don't realize that, you know, people like Toby Maguire, Ben Affleck, or people like that are really actually have studied the game and are good players. And one time I was playing in Toby's game, and I hit a guy out on the river for a 1-outer, and it was like a $110,000 pot, and I didn't even know I won the hand. And I flipped over my cards to muck them, and they hit the table wrong, and flipped over, and I won the pot. So it That's probably my most memorable one because I was literally throwing away my hand and it happened to come out in my favor.
Brian Townsend there just did 20,000 in a pot, but with a lift of his finger, he's
pulled up another 20 grand.
Yes.
Well, Kasey,
well, this has started off tremendous for the watchers, Jesse, ain't it?
We played 7 hands and seen 2 guys all in.
Yeah.
You gotta have a big ego and an even bigger bankroll to act it in this game. At the end of 24 hours, some will have won a mint and others will end up skinned. Back in a flash.
Jesse May here. I'm trapped in a room with the Razor, Ian Frazer.
Okay, raise to 150.
What? I don't have Red Bull, but you can have an all-in.
Well, we're 1 down and 23 hours to go in this 24-hour cash game.
Pass.
What happened?
It's raised to 150. Call.
Yep.
Call.
Who pass, please? Brian.
Call.
Well, that $150 right now that Roland raised is feeling more like an ante because nobody folded.
You're right. Look, they all got fairly nice matching stuff.
Well, we've got 8 people in the pot.
Wow, look at these
For
cards.
that last hand. I'll play them the next hand without even looking at my cards.
Well,
how would that be different?
How was that an advantage?
Yeah, I know.
That's not an
Next
advantage.
hand, I'll
We're
look
doing
at
the hand before.
Actually, excuse me, we got 7 and Townsend folded. He must be kicking himself.
That's fine,
It's probably more beneficial to you.
For his
Check.
image.
Check.
It's more confusing for us when we look at them and don't know what you've got
250.
than when we know you're not looking at it.
That's come from Roland.
Call. Pass. Pass. Pass.
Now, who would believe that the best hand right now is the 3rd pair?
Okay, this must be a raise, obviously it's a call.
Yeah.
I thought it was 400.
Yeah, it's hard to see those
250.
chips. It's just a call. Yeah, it's hard to see the chips.
How much? 250?
250, my love. So just give me 50 and take that one back. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You
Pass.
you gotta like
Roland,
the
how many
7
ice
coming
creams
off
did you
right
have to
now.
sell to get here?
Well, yeah. 7 of hearts would bring plenty of action.
Good job with the ice cream van this morning.
Oh, Ian!
2,000.
1 player has 2 pairs.
what you have,
2
Ian?
players have the nuts.
Is this the hand he's not looking?
Are you lit?
Might have looked.
Okay.
I think he just bet 2,000.
Well, Roland's just free rolling. He's straight here, ain't he, really? He'll be feeling so good.
Roland's bet 2,000, and if Thompson raises, he's going to get squeezed. How much is Thomas Bihl loving this? He thinks he has the
Well,
nuts.
Jesse, Thomas Bihl bets his hands. I said at the beginning of the show, he bets his hands very strong. So I'd like
Raise
to.
4,000 more, 6 total.
I reckon you'll see him all in here, Thomas, without a doubt.
Tell you what, he's going to have his heart in his mouth when he sees Roland's cards. He's got to pick.
Exactly, yeah. He's free rolling the art on the river. He's definitely all in, this guy.
Coming along for the ride.
All in.
There you go.
All in.
Oh, look at Roland.
All in.
Look at Kasey Thompson. You know,
Oh, shit.
what is he thinking about?
Well, Roland don't really want this guy in, does he, the other guy?
His
Because
blinds are big enough.
he's the only one that can beat him.
Thompson stuck in
What's the cost on
6,000.
like 2 more or something?
You know, it might not be that much more to him. It might only be about 4,000 or 5,000.
Okay.
He's getting 5 to 1.
You
I
better
mean,
look what you've got, Kasey.
We can figure it out later. I call.
2 or 3. 2 or 3. Casey, it's 2 or 3.
I got the nuts. And a flush
With the
draw.
redraw.
He won't like that, Thomas.
That's so
That's amazing. Yeah, he's got the.
You got a bigger flush
You got the
draw?
nuts you've got, Kasey? What's Kasey got?
Oh, he's got
all of a sudden, Bihl is not feeling so good. If it comes to heart,
That's better
I've seen
than
the movie.
DeWolf wins the
Catches
lot.
these.
6 or 7 for Casey Thompson.
Let's see it, Casey.
Unless
Bihl
it's
can
a
only
6 of
play for
hearts,
half.
Jesse.
Oh, right.
If it's a 6 of hearts, I think Roland will fall off the chair.
Let's see a 6 or a 7. 7 of clubs? 6 or 7. We've got 2 people wait stuck.
27 grand in. What's the river?
Ace of hearts is a nice call. Good for the game, yeah. Good for the game. Give us a 6 of hearts.
I'm quite confident. I've seen Kasey at these every time.
TV.
Ooh.
You need
Certainly hit this.
You needed a 9 in your hand, Kasey. That would have been a good 10 then, wouldn't it? To split it 3 ways. But Kasey just had the rag down and was drawing for a 3-way split.
Who's 250 for a gut shot this time?
Okay.
I was paying
1, 2.
400. I didn't know it was 250.
He's got less.
But for 400 it's a bad call, but 250 it's a...
That's outrageous. Some cards come up.
Both of you boneheads.
Ian, this is going to be a big game.
Really exciting. And I mean, every other
Okay,
round there's been loads of
1,000, 2,
action so
4,
far.
6,
It's got the making for a great game, I know that.
I know.
2,700.
Barely an hour in, but you can't say it's been tame. Phil Curtis, the leader so far, 9 grand on top, but that feels early stuff. Jamie Gold has rebought for 20 more. He's down 10 grand, and even though Townsend's won millions on the internet, he's had to rebuy here, down 16,000, but it's barely a peanut to him. And with 23 hours to play, this game's gonna go exponential.
To be honest, even if I could roll, it's the same anyway.
The card's out, and Jamie Gold, he's making some little shifty noises. I think he's chafing under being stuck 21,000, and the game's not going as fast as he'd like.
Yeah, that's exactly how I
Raise
see it
to
as well.
150 pass.
We'll see what cards he's got here that he wants to play again. So,
Call.
he's out.
150.
Fish has raised this to
We don't want
150.
to. You can't get a big pot if you don't.
Call. Call.
Let's go.
I think the great difference between cash and tournament plays, you're just going to see so many multi-way pots here.
Yeah, well, you're hoping to catch the big hand, don't you? And get paid off if you can get doubled up. Wow, look at this.
It's a huge hand for Bihl. He's got the nuts. Top set.
Check what you got. Is this the blind hand?
No.
That was meant to be this hand, wasn't it? You said the next hand.
There's one guy who's not going to overplay top pair. It's the Develfish.
Yeah. I don't know what this fella's doing.
500.
Oh, he doesn't know if he's coming or going.
Call.
It's the second time Bill's had the nuts in action to him.
Yeah, I mean...
He's not even having to build his own pot.
No, I would just... He won't because we know the way he plays.
Raise
But
to
I'll take a
2,000.
chance and just call the 500 myself.
It's just such a dry
Pass.
board.
Yeah. Well, it's not really. You know, you've got a couple of
Pass.
diamonds there, Adele, but for 500 bucks, I'll take a chance. Because you've got every chance. You know these guys are going to come out and bet. Especially if you get a miracle and pair the board.
I want one of those pro player.
I'm guessing the fish was done with his hand about an hour ago. He ain't calling, is he?
should try that.
1,500?
No.
I like it actually.
It's good.
He's got every right to think his 9's no good. And if the other guy's up and down or flushing, he's going to have overcards on him anyway. So
Is he a top card?
the Jack 9's useless.
I mean, he might have called Kasey Thompson there, but he's not. You're not going to make a living calling big raises from Thomas Bihl, are you?
No.
The buzzer, who only bought in for
Right.
10,000, is showing not
Marty.
a bad profit so far.
Is
He's
he the
had
top half
about
of the
4 or
TV?
5 grand.
You always just said, Thomas, when is your first big live win?
Pass.
So now I have it. Now they say you need a second one to prove
Yeah, what are
it.
you going to do
Pass.
next?
Yeah, and I don't.
It's no good.
I'm
As
not
if that's
going
not
down that
enough.
road. No. I mean, it's not the main event in
Raise
Vegas,
to
but
150.
I'll take it.
Oh, it's a huge accomplishment.
Gold opening the pot.
Pass. Call.
I nearly raised you, Jamie, but
Well, I had no chance of winning that because
No,
I never
Kasey will
played
do
it.
that.
come on, Kasey, pump it up.
I was
Make it a month.
out the night before I went to a
He's
party.
going to as well. Look.
Re-raise to 500 total.
He's pretty good action,
Call.
this Kasey
Call.
Yeah.
Thompson.
I didn't get in while the early hours.
And then you play it.
Turns out he's got the best hand right now.
Devil, I need a couple cards here.
Well,
You've got 2. You're going to get 3 more.
they look like your sort of cards, but
Both the Wolfe
Check.
and Gold have hit.
Check. 1,000. Call.
I think Roland's got more of your style of game. He's not scared to go deep into a hand, is
No,
he?
of course he's not.
He'll find out the information whenever he
Jamie
wants.
just bet into me a couple of times, so should I actually lead out on the 10? That's what I've decided.
Very tough.
Thompson's in terrible shape. The 10 would
think
be
you got
bad. The
knocked down
ace
straight,
would be
or you probably
worse.
not
I'll tell you when the next card comes.
Well, that's Kasey.
Oh, do you see a big
I
pop,
don't know
bro?
what he has, but he's coming.
Hi up.
Oh, I would bet.
That's Kasey. How do you like them eggs?
It's definitely an action card.
Check. Check.
Jamie puts in a
Check.
big
Told
bet
you,
here.
man.
You got a free roll at a straight now. You better up a 7 then come on.
Deuce!
Deuce or a 7 and you're in top.
Spade, spade,
Hey,
spade,
deuce or a 6?
Why?
spade.
4-6.
Aye.
Well, that's
Well.
made.
Check.
That's bad news for
Check.
Kasey.
2,000.
Let's see if he's just cool or try and make a move. We don't know how this guy plays his cards, do we? He might think.
Now Roland's wondering if he can check you off it with his straight though.
I don't know if he's coming or going. What,
Casey's
did Roland
set.
misplay that hand?
Me
or-
and Roland, he'd be raising, but he knows Kasey could have anything. Wow. Wow.
Dwarf's called as well.
Take it down.
He thinks Jamie could be bluffing.
I fancy he saved Kasey a few quid there, Jesse.
Yeah. So you played that like a sucker there, Roland.
I just hope the
You should have won that on the flop.
No, I told you to bet.
They both had aces.
You gotta bet that turn.
And,
He definitely saved
Still get
Kasey
called.
some money because I fancy he would have bet his ace 10 2 pair.
It was a 5. Should have moved all in there. Would have been interesting. You'd have had Roland behind you. After he discalled you, you'd probably have to throw it
the
away.
Wolfe on the button here.
Probably. Maybe not. I
Townsend
like the call.
under the gun.
And Jamie improved his stack by about 6k there.
Raise to 200
I
total.
folding is
Pass.
what it is. I hate
Me
not
too.
being in a hand. Yeah. I hate
Call.
not being in a hand.
Pass.
Especially when we're getting one hand an hour. I really gotta play.
Call.
You know the good thing, if you fold a hand, you can get 10 minutes sleep on the chair before the next hand comes out.
Roy's grabbed a yellow. Re-raise here.
Raise 1,000 more.
And how does Brian Townsend want to play this right now
Thunder.
with the ace-king?
No, I'm not in the death. I just
Flat call, I should imagine. Don't look like it, look.
If it was there, we know you was going to go and get some. You'd
Re-raise.
have to tell me.
1,000 top.
You may be better
14
order half a
total.
dozen extra pizzas
Why
there,
he puts
Marty, anyway,
fear into
for these
grown
boys.
men.
Pass.
Interesting decision for Brindley here.
Pass.
Brindley
Take
tossed
round
away
call.
the ace-queen.
But it means absolutely nothing.
Thompson's hand plays slightly better against the ace-king than Brindley's would have. Oh, not anymore.
Unless it comes 8 king queen, you know.
I can't
Check.
believe this guy keeps forgetting his cards.
5,000.
I know it's a big bet, but I don't think Kasey Thompson's folding here. I think on the balance, he's a guy you'd like to have at your
Yeah,
table,
6,
but you
7,
just don't
why
want to
not?
be in the pot
There
when
you
he
go.
hits.
8 on the turn to make it.
Oh no! What's it?
It's nearly the crown jewel.
Well, he's behind. The other fella's got the king of hearts. hasn't he?
All in.
I run into
Flush, right?
No.
yeah.
I'm
No,
checking
not
it
yet.
there.
Can we see the hands? I mean,
Well, I have ace king and a heart.
Brian Townsend has no idea what good shape he's in. Now he knows.
Without the heart, I'm guessing.
What am I supposed to do?
oh dear.
No, you're not
Oh,
in bad
you
shape.
Jack.
5 outs.
Nobody's going to say anything, but they're all just clapping their hands with glee right now.
And both these guys had big stacks.
Yeah.
10 jack queen.
Townsend's going to get even in a hurry, unless it comes a jack or 10
It's like the 10 of hearts.
or queen.
Sounds like a lot when you say it like that.
No heart.
There it is.
King high flush.
I pass chase of hearts.
Well, there's a lot of hands you would have beat. Well, you didn't hang on to that money for long, Kasey.
I don't think he knows whether to
Turn fuck you.
Yeah, the turn stuff.
see. He's not looking over at Kasey Thompson. He'd like to say good call, but he wouldn't mean it. Kasey Thompson, who started off with the big stack, Is
Many big kills.
I think he'll be reloading.
yeah, early he's the
Like 10
big
hands,
loser.
like 5 yes.
When he hits, he's going to put some pain on his table. You know, so he's going to dog somebody something
Yeah,
fierce.
you'd like to take your chances, wouldn't you?
See what happened there, Kasey? You played a lot better when you didn't know what you had.
13-8. 13-8.
Okay, a fish. Now a fish at the table, apart from the devilfish, of course, a fish at the table is the mug at the table, is the weak player, he's the guy who they build the games around. Now, if you can't spot the mug at the table or the fish at the table, it's usually you. So find a better game.
Kasey Thompson has just rebought for 20,000, and with our original 8 still at this table, that's starting to put a lot of money in play.
POO is a much better game,
Pass.
and I think the reason is because they need to have no limit Holdem with antes. I think that makes it much better.
Yeah, it makes.
Can we do a round of Omaha?
Devilfish, I'll tell you what. There's one guy who really wants to play Omaha. It's the Devilfish. I mean, he's a favorite here, but in an Omaha game, he would have to lock the door.
He would absolutely crucify him. Mind you, Roy plays a good game of Omaha, but you'd still fancy the devil.
Raise to 500
I don't think
total.
Roland's worked it out to play the game yet. 4 cards.
500 total?
2 at a time.
Yeah. 450 total.
You know, I like the way Roy's playing tonight. I mean, he's
You put your first 2 in.
of course he's got a few big hands, but he's actually got the
The
shortest stack on the
commentators
table right now.
Call.
No offense.
Call. Okay, your 500 change.
Good luck, everybody.
So 500, and I think we are 5 ways, about 2,500 and a bit in the pot right now. Brindley's got the 10s in the small blind. Everybody else has got a pile of garbage. And 1 overcard.
5-6 out there, the flush draw, and somebody ball past us.
This has probably got Kasey locked up.
1,200.
Oh, mate.
He's got a pair and a flush draw, does he?
Raise it up.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got done out of 11.
Roy stuck 1,200. He's got the
Somebody
best
has to
hand
put
right
in a
now.
big
But
tournament.
a little pressure from
It's like
Kasey, and he's going to win the pot right here.
Put us in there. I didn't know the dollar rate or anything, or that there was juice on top. Cost me $1,100 to stick him in.
Well,
Pass.
percentage, Kasey's hand might actually be favored. It's not much more than a toss-up anyway.
Call.
Oh, Tammy's in the pot, yes.
Against anybody else, Roy might be thinking my hand would
He
be
was a lot
dead.
better play before he climbed up that
Oh.
tree. And fell out.
What a card
Check.
that was.
I don't know if Roy's going to be able to get away from this. Or is it automatic?
Yeah, no, I think he can. Do you know what I
4,000.
mean?
All in.
All in.
Oh,
Another
mate,
flush?
I can't believe that. He ain't even got a 10 of diamonds.
Wow.
Ian,
He ain't even got the 10 of diamonds, Jesse.
just a factor of having seen Kasey's hands this round, you just think it's no hand and no limit.
He flat called him on the flop and then come out and bet Kasey. So you've got to fancy he's hit
Put the 5
something.
diamonds there just for the TV.
Well,
Can't
Kasey,
believe that.
he's got Roy covered here, and Brindley's drawing dead, and Roy is getting his jacket. It's either rebuy or buy out.
I can come back in later on.
I think Roy's going to take a break. So this game is a little too steep for my liking, and the cards just weren't going his way tonight.
Well, no, he got a fair share of cards, Jesse, didn't he? He's had a few pairs, but I just think that's the sort of move we've seen him make in the past in
a tournament.
I'm going back for a kip.
That's exactly what happens in these cash
Button.
games. One guy broke
coming in on
early.
button if you
Roy
go straight
Brindley
over.
looked in the wallet and said, "You know what? I'm
coming
going to
in on
have a
button.
little sleep before coming back."
We obviously all found the weakest link quite quickly. Your man Kasey would feel the weakest link scenario, but this is 2-card chicken. This is no limit Holdem, and bad players catch you out. I wasn't the first to get burnt, and I won't be the last.
let's just bump it up.
This is a 24-hour cash game. All players buying in for between $10,000 and $20,000. They can top up anytime their chips fall below $20,000, and they can rebuy if they lose their money.
Raise. 175
It's
total.
dangerous close to being in the pot.
Cool. Pass. Cool.
Raise.
Re-raise.
Well, we're getting action every hand.
Yeah.
How much you charging?
How are you doing?
After the re-raise got us out of position, I just want you to know that.
There's some cash on the table.
The re-raise from gold, has it gotten cold?
500 or less, Uncle.
Raise. 1,000 more. Cool. Cool.
I
Pass.
just couldn't bring myself to 4-2 on this now. Probably flop the nuts here.
Sandy's picked up.
He's got a nice hand to raise with.
That's a nice flop for the jacks.
Yeah.
Oh no, DeWolf's flopped a straight.
1,000.
DeWolf's got him torn up.
This is like an internet game.
Raise.
It's unbelievable.
3,000 total.
Leave me a card, yeah.
And
See, he's come straight out and bet this strong,
Cool.
Roland.
JG.
See, when you do it, it looks weak, don't
yeah,
it?
you're right. Gold needs to hit
Check.
the 10. He hasn't. And does he have trouble putting DeWolf on a hand that beats him?
See how much I got?
See how much you got? You just said half the bluff at the end.
I'm in a hand, please.
Excuse me.
35.
Sure, why not?
Cool.
What do you want to see on the end?
You don't want to see a 10.
Got like 1,000 or
Yeah,
something.
whatever. Just put it in.
I'll see what you got, Jamie, and then we'll see if I win.
All in. Cool.
6, 10.
They all in call
Nice fucking hand.
before it.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Someone's got a flop going on. I know that was wrong.
That's right, he's Roland the Wolf.
Just count your money. Roland, count your money. He didn't want to help you. No, don't help him.
Jamie Gold there started with 10, bought in for 20, and now he's got 15 in front of him. He's well within his rights to put a rebuy in, but he's going to. He says I'll play to 15,000.
Yeah, top two.
That looks like my bedroom, Jesse. All them old relics there on the shelf.
The 3-pad, I got 6-4. And I got him behind, so. Otherwise, obviously, I caught.
I think we're finally settled into this game now.
Pass.
All these players want to play it fast.
Raise. 400 total. Pass.
I mean, it's kind of a massive raise, 50 to 400, but it just seems very natural in this game.
Look, Jamie's called with 7-3.
Yeah, because these guys are just playing the deep stacks behind. They're not even. It's not about what's in the pot, is it?
No,
Can't believe I'm in a hand.
I mean,
Me neither.
Unbelievable.
I fold every time.
Jamie just wants to take this guy on.
Well, apart from actually hitting his flop, Jamie, this is about as good as he could have hoped for.
Bluffable.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
I see now. It's not so sure why you'd want to call with a 3-7 and get that flop and then not bet it.
Do you have a flush or not?
Check.
Is there second lot in yet?
No.
I peeked the card.
You know, he tried to bluff Thompson last time, got called, but
Raise.
oh my!
This guy's got some nice pass.
He's got some conkers. Both these guys do, don't they?
I had 7-3.
Yeah.
I had 7-3.
And he don't lie as well, Jamie. He's told him he had 7-3.
You know you're in a good game when there's two players at the table who can make Roland the Wolf look like a nutter. I mean, they make Roland look like a tight player.
Yeah, he knows that as well. He's nobody's fool, Jesse.
It can't be the way. And I hit it. I hit the flop.
22 hours to play. They've played 2 hours already. It's been flying.
Has there been one hand where I haven't had it? The first one, but I caught it on the hand.
Where do you go to meet Miss USA? Where do I go if I want to meet Miss Argentina?
The pageants.
You hang outside there? I haven't stalked you yet.
Raise 200 total.
Well, he's getting his fair share of cards, Jesse, this fella, ain't he? I think it's the 3rd time he's had ace queen.
Raise 1,000 total.
That's aggressive from the fish.
Yeah, but with these raises, it don't get rid of these players. You know, we know full well Townsend's going to call.
Well, Jamie Gold's called the raise, re-raise, cold call behind with the 6-4 suited.
Sure.
Cascade,
Kasey will be in this as well with his 8-10, guaranteed.
for the German market.
Yeah.
All of it.
Oh, you're going
Frankfurt, Cologne.
Oh boy.
Dusseldorf.
Oh, we've got action.
Vienna.
Vienna's not.
Vienna's in Germany.
The only one who's got the worst of it is Devil, and he might even put a bet out here.
Prague. Cologne.
There you go. 4,000. Wow, this is going to get tasty.
Who else is going?
Stuttgart, Munich, and...
Quick all in from Jamie Gold now. He's got about 12,000 there. And
Sorry. 11,000. Raise 11,000 total.
Well, I don't know how many chips Develfish has got, but you might see Townsend try and isolate Jamie here
I don't think I can fold this hand with
and put Devil in.
this game's flying, so.
Wow. He's just overcalling the ace.
It's one pair, too.
Basically.
Yeah.
You probably told him what you had and he's still in the hand.
Yeah,
where's David going?
This is now a bowl of rice.
Well,
Right, he's got jacks. He's only...
you know, I think Townsend's just announced what he's had, which is.
and I
mean, the Develfish is still in this pot no matter what. It's.
Why not?
Yeah, what the hell?
But he knows he's got ace queen now. He can quite easily pass, can't he?
It's not. Just, I mean, he's got a queen. My 2 hands are no good.
There you go.
Yeah.
I would have called you.
Can't believe he's done that.
It's really odd, isn't it? I mean,
that's probably why you can't
I
talk
knew
about
it
your
at
hand.
first. I was call. I'm going to call if he comes in anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I'm calling.
You still got cash there?
I'm calling him, he says.
No, he's all.
He's got
It's not. It was. It went as a string bet.
No, I bet we'll do it on the side. It's fine.
Rolling.
Giving him extra outs. 4, 6, 7.
Oh, wow,
Diamond.
A load of outs now.
Good luck, Jamie. Good luck.
Another 5 outs. 17
This
outs.
is building.
Come on now.
You know what? That's good for the game. You gotta think that's good for the game.
That is so sick.
Is there ever any joke?
How cool a gambler are these
What else
guys?
could the turn in River be?
Boombe.
Brian Townsend not only laughed, but gave Jamie Gold the high five afterwards. That's how he responds to losing 15 grand.
And I think that's just pushed Jamie up in the plusages.
Yeah, $30,000. Looking at the scores on the doors, Brian Townsend, most cash on the table. Nice comeback from the early 20K rebuy. Of course, Roland to Wolfe, the big winner on the table so far, 10,000 to the good. And Kasey Thompson, he started out slow and has just gone deeper, but played 24 hours, and let's be honest, it's early.
With over 20 hours still to go, this game's just gonna get bigger and bigger. How much money can Townsend take off the other blokes? Will Thompson turn it round?
This trip's finally gonna happen.
And what will happen when the mouth from down under, Tony G, arrives at the den?
Bicycle time.
Oh, look at this. What a joke. Well done.